I've got the dinghy attached and ready, boom swung over. This is ready to come lift up and lift off. Chains on the motor, beer in hand to calm nerves. Gonna have a beer. Just got home from work. I've been putting this job on, but I'm looking down there because that's where the engine is, but the engine's got to come out. So finally it's coming out, and today is the day. It's the 5th of January and it's coming out. I'm gonna have a beer first, get my tools out, and I've really been putting it off. I've been putting it off by a month, but I've made my decision. Today is the day. Oops. Cheers.
What's the first step?
I just remove all the ancillary stuff, all the water cooling bits, electrical, all the bits, cables and things, and then I can get access to the gearbox and engine join. And to get the engine through the hatch up there, we've got to take the gearbox off, plus it'll make it easier to manhandle. So we'll do 2 lifts with the crane, one for the engine, one for the gearbox. Yes, that's the next step. Fuel lines, all that sort of stuff has to come off. Drain the oil, and yeah, good to go. Good mechanic always wipes his tool before he puts it away. One day I'll change them all to 8mm. Get rid of all the Imperial stuff. One day.
Yeah.
I'm slowly getting rid of it.
What's next?
Next is to get the horrible this.
When was the last time that was out?
In Costa Rica, a little place called Golfito.
And what are you getting out now?
I'm just taking off the exhaust flange, because it needs, if we're going to reuse this engine, it needs repairing, and if I take it off it won't be in the way because it sticks out quite a bit. Can you grab me a shorter extension, please?
Yep.
And we took it into that little shop in Golfito, and we first of all used their vise.
Yes.
To get it off, and then they did a bit of welding for us.
I remember that. You got it off?
Yeah, sounds surprised. Can you grab another rubbish bag?
Yeah. So everything's disconnected off this end now?
All the ancillary stuff's disconnected. Now I've just got to rattle these off.
Okay.
Makes life easy.
How's it going?
Good. Just got the starter motor and all the electrics off the starter motor off.
That's good.
There we go. It's negative off.
So what's going on? What are you doing now, babe?
Well, I'm installing a bilge pump into Peanut because it rains a lot here and I get sick and tired of bailing the water out. So I just be a bilge pump, and I'm just going to put it in. Well, it's already in. I'm just going to put a little through hole. We won't need it much in the Kimberley because you sort of don't get any rain for 4 months there, but it is handy when it does rain. So that's the third job this morning.
What were the other two?
I put the barbecue plate back on. Put the rod holders on, and now this.
So where are you going to make the hole?
In the transom. Now just got to drill a hole through the bottom to mount the bilge pump.
Alright. Time to test. There it goes.
Is it coming out?
Yeah. Sweet. That's a lot of water coming out. What's going on, babe?
Just getting the last engine mount bolt out. There we go. That was well rusted in. I had to use a rattle gun to get him out.
What's happening today?
The engine is going to come free and move forward to about here. I'll take this raw water strainer out. It's going to come forward as far as I can get it, and then tomorrow the big wire comes through to lift him up.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Okay, what's going on? What's happened now?
The motor and gearbox are now split. Engines, I've moved it forward 2 inches, so it's ready to come out.
We're clearing everything away because today's the day that this engine is coming out. It's going to go up through here, and in order to do it we've got to go into the lock, and then there's going to be a crane of the lock to lift it out into a ute. How are you feeling?
Yeah, good.
You feeling good?
Oh, a little
Confident?
Yeah, a bit nervous about the whole procedure, but we should be alright. Lots of help.
Yeah. Because of course we won't have any power to get to the lock or to get from the lock.
So we're using a couple of dinghies.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
You want to go through your checklist?
Well, I was just rang the lock operator to make sure she's going to have the lock gates open at 1:45. Rang the crane driver to make sure he's going to be there at 2. Texted my mate to make sure he's going to be here at 1. The next door neighbour's coming over at 1. I've got the dinghy attached and ready. Boom swung over. This is ready to come lift up and lift off. Chains on the motor. Beer in hand to calm nerves. So I think check. Everything's ready to go. All the wires are off, all the bolts are out. I've actually slid the motor forward 250 mil. So it's free and ready. The thing we've got to watch out for when lifting it is not to hit the through hole thing and snap that off, because that's brass, and yeah, it's right next to where the engine is. So the engine's going to sort of come up and forward at the same time. It'll all work out. It'll work. Lots of rags ready in case the oil leaks and drips. Yeah, there's not really much more to do, is there, Wen?
Nope.
It's a hot, windy day. Windiest day since we got here. Of course. Trying to move a boat with 2 tinnies through a marina full of $1 million boats. Yeah. Anyway, it'll all work out. There, Wen?
Yeah. Let's just put this bit of timber in to protect that through hole.
You and I are just going to walk the boat out.
Alright, I'll just get my hat on.
So if you want to grab that line over there, Luke, yep. Then I'll pull the front of the boat around this way.
So the breeze is moving us over a bit. We go through that gap there. And the back end is swinging around a bit. And there's lots of wind. made it. Alright, so it's gone over there, down there. Now I've got to get it back now. Alright, better let this line out.
Thanks, Danny.
Right, she's coming out now. Gotta go around here. Nice. Very smooth.
Smooth operation. Green monster.
Oh my goodness, it is. Wow, look at that.
Bit of coolant.
Yeah.